Welcome to the online orientation for the master's programs in the Division of Kinesiology, Health, and Sports Studies in the College of Education at Wayne State University. The first thing that it's important to note is that all students will create a plan of work form that essentially serves as a contract between the student and the College of Education that outlines the way that you're going to meet the requirements of your degree program. All students should plan to submit their plan of work form within the first 12 semester hours of coursework. So you don't need to file your plan of work before you start the program, but if you don't do it by the time you've completed 12 credit hours, there will be a hold placed on your account. You should complete your plan of work in consultation with your academic advisor, so it's important to contact them to complete the plan of work before you get too far into your program. There is a time limit on the master's degree, and you need to complete all your coursework and requirements within 6 years of taking the first course. If you are coming to Wayne State to start your graduate program and you've previously taken graduate level courses that you are intending to transfer, your 6-year time clock starts from the date of the first course that you've taken that you're applying to the degree. So even if you took a course the year prior to you starting at Wayne State, your clock then would start at the date of the first course that you're taking that is applying for the master's degree. If you are intending to transfer in credit, you can transfer in up to 6 credit hours of coursework to your graduate program. 24 semester hours must be completed at Wayne State. So if you are intending to take a class outside of Wayne State, and students decide to do that for different options, but sometimes they want to take a course that's not offered in our program, or they want to take a course during a semester that we don't offer that particular class. So if you're intending to transfer in credit, you should know a couple things. First, you must earn at least a B or better in the class in order for it to transfer as a graduate level credit. The course must appear on a graduate transcript and must have a graduate level course code. Additionally, if you're transferring in credits that you've previously taken, they must be less than 6 years old, and you need to have them pre-approved by your academic advisor and the Division of Academic Services. Many students who receive financial aid have to maintain a certain program load in order to qualify for their financial aid award. Full-time graduate status is 8 credit hours per semester during the fall and winter terms. Part-time status for graduate students is at least 4 credits during the fall and winter. In the spring-summer semester, full-time status is 2 credits during that time. There's a couple important policies of the College of Education Graduate School that will also be important to note. First, you'll see here that there are no D grades that are awarded in graduate school. You can receive between an A and a C, and anything less than a C is recorded as an F grade. Occasionally, we consider incomplete grades for courses. Typically, we do so very sparingly and only when some serious situation requires us to do so. If you receive a grade of an incomplete in a course, after 1 calendar year, that grade will turn into an F. So if you don't meet the outstanding requirements within that calendar year, it will turn into a failing grade on your transcript. Students have the option to withdraw from courses up until the 5th week of the term. There are 3 options when a student withdraws from a course. They can receive a withdrawal passing, a withdrawal failing, and a withdrawal never attended. If you never log into Blackboard, for example, in an online course, then your grade will be recorded as a withdrawal never attended when you go to withdraw from the course. Please note that if you are withdrawing and never attended the course, or you're withdrawing while failing the course, that very well may impact your financial aid. We have had instances of students who withdrew from a course after they've never attended, and they did have to pay back the financial aid that was awarded to them in that given semester. The other grade that is important to note is a Y grade, and this is a deferred grade, meaning that you had not yet completed the conditions of the course. And while we don't use Y grades in traditional academic classes, we often use them while students are completing their internship credits, because oftentimes students don't finish their internship during the course of a semester. So a deferred grade or a Y grade is just replaced by the grade that you earn once you've actually completed the terms of the course. It's also very important to note that as a graduate student, you need to maintain a 3.0 grade point average to remain in good academic standing. If you get C grades, only a limited number of those can actually count towards the degree. So it's important that you really ensure that you are maintaining a 3 or a B average. If you do fall below that 3.0, you will be placed on academic probation and a hold will be placed on your account until you meet with your academic advisor, who will request an override for you to begin registering for classes again once you've created a plan to remediate your grade point average. The College of Education does have several scholarship opportunities available for students, and they are awarded once per year, and typically applications become available on the college's website by mid-September, with scholarships to be awarded in the following academic year. The College of Education does a very good job of notifying students when scholarship opportunities are available, so you should check your email regularly throughout the school year to be notified of scholarship opportunities. It's important to note that academic dishonesty and plagiarism is a very serious issue as a graduate student. If you are copying any more than 5 consecutive words from outside texts or insinuating that outside information is actually your own by not crediting authors, then that counts as plagiarism. So anytime you're going to cite more than 5 consecutive words from an outside source, please just cite it. Students who are caught plagiarizing information from other sources either receive a failing grade in the course or, depending on the specific instance, oftentimes receive more strenuous and serious implications, including asking them to withdraw from the program. So if you get a grade that you disagree with from an instructor, there are a couple ways that you can deal with that. First, if you think you've been treated unfairly, you need to consider the reasons that will not be considered in an appeal process. Just doing all the work doesn't make it worthy of an A grade. So if you want to appeal your grade because you attended or logged in for every class, showing up in class or online doesn't make your work necessarily worthy of an A grade, or neither does working really hard. Just because you worked hard doesn't necessarily mean that your work was excellent material. So before you want to dispute a grade, please be sure that you have collected evidence that suggests that you were actually treated unfairly and not just that you tried hard. If none of the previous examples that I outlined are the basis for your appeal request, you then should take the following steps. First, you should talk with the instructor, assuming that that's an appropriate course of action. If that doesn't solve your problem, please bring your concern to the program coordinator and have documentation for why you think your grade should be altered. If, for example, you think you were treated unfairly in the grading of a paper, you should have the paper and the grading rubrics used by your instructor to evidence your claims of unfair treatment. If you have an issue after you've talked with the program coordinator, then you can seek out the assistant dean for the KHS department, Dr. McCautry, and he would be happy to hear your issues. I know it's looking a little bit far ahead, but it is important to note that students must apply for graduation by the 4th week of the final semester in which they're intending to enroll in the program. You can apply online via your Pipeline account, and there is a $40 application fee. You can graduate 3 times a year, August, December, and May, but you can only walk in a commencement ceremony twice a year in May and December. You can get text messages from Wayne State that will alert you to campus safety alerts, campus closing, and any other significant messages that the university would send to all of its stakeholders. You can do so. There are instructions here on how to do it, and you can register your cell phone so that you can get a text message instead of just emails, if that is something that you think would be beneficial for you. So if you have questions about the College of Education or academic services, you're welcome to contact the College of Education Academic Services Department, and their number is listed here. If you have questions specific to the sports administration program, you're also welcome to contact Laurel Whalen, the program coordinator, whose information is also listed here. We look forward to working with you throughout your time as a graduate student in the College of Education.